This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
Words that scare men during dating.
Yes, brothers need time out every now and then to exchange winning notes. You know, particularly those who have crossed, they want to help each other. And also, this is also to advise well-meaning sisters. What poisonous terminologies our culture has infused in our language, and which, when you use them, they give the wrong impression. They look like they are assertiveness, they are confidence, when actually they are repulsive. They make you come off the wrong way. Men and women are always strange to each other, and we can say the same thing, meaning the very different thing.
True.
So we're trying to break down what we hear when you say this.
Okay, great. I love this.
You know?
Yes.
And even when you are saying it innocently, many times in life it's not what you say, is what they hear. That's how they take you.
Yeah. Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
And sometimes they are hearing you in the background of other people like you say that, and it went this way.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
And the energy you give off. The telephone game where I would whisper something, you whisper that, they whisper. So I want to know what message went down.
Yeah.
The way it got distorted was always so interesting.
Yeah, you're like, at some point you're like, who said that? Why would you say that?
So
yeah.
There's a telephone going on in society.
Yes.
One generation whispering,
Wow.
whispering to the next, and then you are picking a whispered thing, while the guy was told what they should look for. No, avoid that one.
Yeah.
The whisper that came to you, you know.
Yeah.
So the whispers, we want to break them down, what they mean. And some of the things men are warned by their men counselors. The king is made or broken by his advisors. He has his own brain, he has his own mind, yes, but most kings don't rule solo. They need advisors. Men are kings in their own small territories. Always remember that. Every man thinks in his head. He's a king. He has advisors. So the advisors, this is what they're telling him. Yes. When a woman says the following, be very cautious with her.
Okay.
And I want to make sure that you don't say these things and unwittingly, unknowingly, that inadvertently, that you're playing into a mode of warnings.
Yeah.
And bringing off the wrong message. And the first thing is, I can't change my life for a man.
Hey, but I can't.
So when they say changing my life, I can't change how I dress, I can't change how I talk, I can't change how I move, I must, and so it's so those things that sound like I can't this for a man. The problem is you're not doing it for a man. You're doing it for yourself. You want marriage, you want to find your soulmate, you want to build a certain life, you want family. You are changing your life to accommodate a goal. This is your personal goal. Nobody's abducting you, asking you to change so that this man may like you. So you're not being a man pleaser. These feminist activists have made it look like when a woman is trying to adapt her life for the next stage of life, she's pleasing men.
True.
Marriage is not mandatory. You can always live as you wish. No point to curse it. You're contradicting yourself. Why are you cursing what nobody's forcing you into? If you don't like it, just stay away and mind your life. Why are you so worked up? Why are you throwing out such bitter curses? Why are you dissing so strongly? I can't change my life for a man. Who asked you to? Don't. Just live your life.
Yeah.
So we are saying, don't sound like somebody is pushing you into marriage and you're being forced to change your life the way you wouldn't want to. There's a verse in the Bible that says when you're married, you must care about the marriage. It has concerns and burdens. When you are single, like Paul, he was encouraging me. I'm not married and I am only doing my work, guys. It's so happy here. Welcome.
Yeah.
But in case you don't have this capacity, and our Lord explained, some people can't live celibate. I have to live celibate because they don't have the biological ability. They were born that way. Others have to live celibate because some people destroyed their capacity to do that. Others have to celibate because they have chosen to that for their life, for their vocation. So Paul was saying, me, I've chosen for my vocation. Welcome, guys. There is freedom here. I can move to Athens. I'm in Italy. I'm in Rome. I'm Corinth. I'm in Philippi. I'm everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't have some people waiting for me.
Yeah.
But the prophet Samuel was also in a circuit of Bethel, Gilgal, and he always going, but he had a family. So the children got lost in the mix. You know? So can you calculate your life? Calculate your life what you want.
Yeah.
A lot of people cannot take this saying. A lot of people cannot take that lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's not easy. But again, they're also not preparing for the other life. So they remain with the contradiction.
Yeah.
Give me the spicy side of marriage only, but don't ask me to marry.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to submit to the mission of marriage. I don't want to submit to anything. I just want the benefits.
Yeah.
So they're always arguing to grab the benefits. Some people are just robbers. They just want to steal the good part.
Yeah.
That's why they're arguing and bitter when they're being asked to pay the price.
Yeah.
So the one thing men hear when you come saying, I can't change this for man, is one, you are at war with life. You are salty. You are not at peace. And the one thing I was with my brother Obina telling him what to look for when you look for wife material, I was telling him, look for a woman who has journeyed the journey of becoming a wife.
Right.
Any woman would want a good man, a resourceful man,
Yeah.
a man who is swearing to give her a soft life.
Yeah. Yes.
A lot of men are so misinformed. They find a beautiful lady, they start swearing their allegiance. If you let me marry you, you never work hard again. I'll take care of everything. I'll make you like a goddess. Take you all over the world. All I want is to make you happy. That will be my life mission.
Yes. I'm sold.
A lot of men are so misinformed.
True.
They fall in love and they fall into stupidity
Okay.
of swearing without knowing whether this woman wants marriage.
Yeah.
So you're promising love. Love.
Fun. Fun time.
Fun.
Yeah.
You're not asking, is she ready for life? The journey of life.
I think generally marriage, the toughness of marriage is underestimated.
Very much.
Yeah.
And we tend to look at the spicy side. Do you know bearing a child is such a hard work? It's even sometimes a life-changing, it's a life-changing,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
If you're lucky to have a smooth delivery, if you're lucky, because for most people it's a near-death experience.
Yeah.
Many women, creating life is also risky losing the life.
Yeah.
So if you're lucky to have, let's assume you just got maternity and go home. Something has changed in you that will never come back.
It's true.
The one lady was told by her mother, the woman who goes into maternity, to labor ward, is very different from the one who comes out.
And men are never told that.
There's another heartbeat there
Yeah.
that is running.
Yeah.
And I was helping one lady who went on and the baby was a stillbirth. And she was telling me, you are mourning twice. Having come to the hospital full,
Yeah.
going home empty. And having related with a person who suddenly left.
Yeah.
Having burdened with a person who suddenly is not here.
Yeah.
So the change from now to mother while you're also bereaved, while you're also lost. So that journey itself is all, it comes with marriage. It's a package. Risks, either south, north. Now, how do you enthrone a woman into such a heavy task on basis of, I feel you so much, I want you so much, your cars, or your voice, your eyes, oh my God. Bro, poetry. We want life. We just want to check. So I was telling brothers to be cunning.
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 Uh-huh.
Be cunning like a snake. Harmless like a dove. Be very harmless. Not threatening.
Yeah.
But underneath, you have a mission to check, does she have the capacity to struggle with childbearing? Should it go there? One brother told me he's happy that his wife is a present mother. You see men who have a woman who just hands over to the house helps, to assistants.
Yeah.
And they're just hands off.
Yeah.
Hands off. That child is influenced by foreign people.
Yeah.
They can't even learn the language you wished for, the mannerisms of this home.
And then you can't stand them, so you ship them off to boarding.
Thank you. We dump them.
Yeah. Then you're told midterm is coming early. You're confused.
You know,
Yeah.
before a brother marries, he wants to make sure this woman is at peace with the journey of marriage. So when a woman is already fighting, saying, I can't change, the man does not hear, I can't change for man. He hears, I can't change for marriage. That's what we are hearing, because it's not me. It's the marriage you're getting into. And it has demands and requirements. It has sweet side and it has a sour side. And it has a transformation that for me to become a wife and husband, there's some things in me I must lay down.
Yeah.
Ego. I must learn to listen although you feel like exploding. You must learn to soothe somebody's feelings. Imagine having to calm somebody down because they felt offended. You did not intend it, but they felt it.
Yeah.
Now you have to take that and let them vent. Then you can try to find consensus. Because we are in this thing.
One of the confusing moments also is when we are both offended and one of us has to soothe the other.
So I'm soothing you. Okay, I'm sorry then.
Yeah, and I also wanted you to soothe me, but no, who will do it?
So you keep quiet, keep quiet, you keep quiet.
Yeah.
You are there, you're going. So somebody offended, the other one followed with an offense, and then another one answered with an offense.
Yeah.
And you need to remove the tension.
Yeah.
You know.
And then, oh gosh, yeah, it's hard. Even feeling like, why must I be the one to back down?
You know.
Yeah.
And it's a fight of egos there. This attitude drew two people facing backs on each other.
Yeah.
They're facing this way, facing this way,
Yeah.
and we're angry. But the inner children, there are some inner children that are trying to touch each other. So the feelings are trying to connect, but the egos. You know?
It's tough. It's
An
tough.
experiment was done with a baby playing with the mother. And then the mother is handling a toy. The baby is very playful, about 1 year old boy. Very playful, exploring the toy. Then they brought in another adult to exchange intense words with the mother.
Yes.
To quarrel on purpose.
Yes.
And then they're watching the child.
Yeah.
And they're saying when that other woman comes in and throws out this one answering mean, this one. A short moment of intense,
Yeah.
unfriendly
Yeah.
exchange. And then the mother continues giving the child the toys, but the child has changed, became anxious, withdrawn, unsure, and
Yeah.
the child lost their freedom, their ease. That's what happens when people are living together. They are not talking, they are quarreling. The children become timid, withdrawn, fearful, anxious. And you may struggle with anxiety all your life. And you never relate it with your parents always quarreling. You may think you are timid, you have low self-esteem, unsure. You can't stand before people, you have stage fright, you have anxiety, panicky, and you can't even assert yourself. And you can't relate it with, you always had anxiety at home, adults quarreling, parents unhappy with each other, grown-ups. That sounds like civil war. They say when there's unrest at home, children experience some degree of trauma, like people in war-torn countries. For the child, this is their whole world. When there is so much uncertainty and unfriendliness, and the child is completely helpless, they feel exposed to the worst. When a man hears a woman is at war with the idea of marriage, he knows what can go wrong. A man who is enlightened, he will know, I may fall in love and all this. In fact, men have two checks. The first check is, do I find her lovely? The second check is she wife material? Many of the women who are lovely are not prepared for that duty. That office of marriage is too big. And it goes against boss lady energy. And today, boss lady is very popular. High-powered CEO is very popular. A woman who has her own means, has her own Range Rover, has her own Mercedes, has her own big vehicle. That is very popular. Very popular. And when she alights, there's a driver, somebody saluting another one carrying this. She ran, yes, madam, yes, madam, yes, madam, was shipped out there. How will she come home and submit to another authority? It's not natural.
It's not natural.
It's not. You better be careful. You know, and I always told you of a friend whose auntie was the leader of of FIDA, an organization that defends the rights of women. But many of the people who had worked in that organization were also very popular with, appearing like they're just always at war. They had become like activists, even at home in their own marriages.
Yeah.
So people would fear anybody being associated, especially lawyers, the women lawyers.
Yeah.
There was a time just being a woman lawyer was enough to people to say,
Yeah.
The perception has changed for a large part.
Yeah.
And I was happy before I left my law school, one of the deans who came was a lady, professor, top of law. I mean, professor of law, who was not just academic. Some lawyers are just in the academic. This one had been anywhere, everywhere. Practice as a lawyer, has been at the bench. Bench is where you have the judges, bar is on the lawyers, the advocates. And she has been all over, but very lowly, down to earth and motherly.
Wow.
So that friend told us that he had watched another philosophy through the auntie had become a leader, top person in that group that defended women. And they had become infamous for being activists. And yet at home, she was so warm and motherly and such a submissive and cooperative wife. There was no quarrel between her and the husband. We're not saying everybody quarreling, the mistake is always the woman. No, we're not saying that. We're just saying it is possible to go to the career or to spaces that are known to be belligerent and warlike and still bring your personality there of warmth. What men fear when they hear, I can't change don't ask me to dress different, don't ask me to talk different, I can't, don't ask me to create time, he'll find me where I am, if he's meant to, he will.
Hey.
So they act like they are the prize.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And the man, there's a sense in which you're the prize, we are both are the prize. But I can't let my ego and my pride and arrogance make you ask to pay you the price and come all the way for me. I should meet you midway. I should come down to the market.
Yeah.
When Rebecca saw Isaac, she dismounted her camel and went to meet him. You have to dismount your camel. You have to come down from your mountains. You have to come down from your pride, your positions of seniority. Job does not just affect women, it also affects men. Men are used, sometimes just big authority, they are being massaged.
Yeah. Thank you for diffusing it.
At home,
Yeah.
you have responsibilities. It's not just massage.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
At home, there may be a small person there who wants you to play with the clay, with the mud.
Or has started giving instructions. My son has started giving instructions. So every time I give him an instruction, he must also give me an instruction.
You may go home to find that your wife is exhausted, then she needs help.
Yeah.
So we don't come with all these ego gratifying positions in our marriage. We must dismount and come down, just be friends, be people. Be people. One guy said, the co-founder of Netflix, that he decided early on in his marriage that every Tuesday evening he'll be going out on a date with his wife, whatever was happening.
Wow.
So at 5, close business, go. If you start talking to him at 4:55, you better finish the conversation by 5.
Yeah.
Or follow him to the parking.
Love it.
That was building a multi-billion company.
Yeah.
And he said, for 30 years, we have kept that practice to ourselves.
Wow.
Whether it is going out or just staying home with her or just joining her in the cleaning or joining with the baby, whatever she's doing, we are doing something Tuesday evening with my wife, whatever the case. And he decided that will be their life.
Wow.
And he said he can't think of anything big because he had seen entrepreneurs who are on their 7th business and 7th marriage. See, once he stepped in the business of entrepreneurship, he was introduced to the perils in front, perils ahead of the journey. When you join a career, they tell you what goes wrong here.
Yeah.
From an insider perspective.
Yeah.
So when he became an entrepreneur, I was told many entrepreneurs lose their families because of the business.
Right.
They stay until morning, they forget about home, they get carried away.
Yeah.
And in order to counter that, he said, my joy today is I've gone on to start, is it 6 businesses? He has started many other companies since. He has gone on, said, with the same soulmate. My children have grown so close to them. I've been there present. I hope we like each other so far. I hope it will remain that way, but I can say I've done my job. Let me remind you, Lily, that I saw this quote. You will grow most of your life to know your children as grown-ups. We tend to forget that because of the word child. Let me just remind you that most of your life, your children will be grown-ups.
Oh. That's so.
It's only a small window that we shall know them as children.
Wow.
We tend to forget that part.
Yeah.
The longer part of your coexistence with the children will be grown-ups. Just like you and your parents.
Yeah.
For the longer time, you're knowing each other as grown-ups. The window in which they are children is small and it passes very quickly.
That's true.
You should not miss out on it.
That's true.
You should not miss out on it.
Yeah.
And remember what we say, that whether children will want to come back home when they no longer need you will largely depend on whether you came home when they needed you.
That's true.
This is so important for men because we tend during child babysitting to be out there. And we have a perfect excuse. I'm trying to give you the
I'm
life.
working. Yeah.
Perfect excuse.
And no one can argue with that.
A sober man wants a woman who says, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to build my family. That's part of my goals. What I was telling my brother and my brother Bina and the men who are trying to look out here. I was telling them, don't marry a woman who is not eagerly prepared for marriage. Not desperate, we're not talking about impatience, desperation, who is stuck, who is hanging, who is so unsure of her life, impatient, who is panicky. No, that's not the energy you want to bring. Me, I just want marriage. Don't joke us. Anybody, don't text me if you're not serious. Don't talk. If she talks foolishly, that's how she will also behave foolishly when you put her in charge of your business. You don't want a woman is already naive about her life. She's coming on any live stream. Facebook. I'm looking for a serious man. Stupid.
Yeah, there are people who just go commenting, I'm looking for a serious man.
They're usually not quality women. A quality person will never advertise like that.
Yeah.
Because the narcissists will know you're open. They will come running.
Yeah.
Before you know it, they've already messed your life. Don't be so obvious. Like writing, I'm looking for a husband, then at the city street.
Yeah.
A husband will come there. Me too, I'm looking, can we marry tomorrow?
Yeah.
And then they will arrange their life to make sure you only see what they want to show you.
Very fast.
Try to associate naturally to see people in action in their life. The second thing men fear, dread, when you say it, they will avoid you. Is nobody can come between me and my family. My mother, my sister, my brother, my twin, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend, the one who came from Form 1.
Yeah.
Some of you have funny friends from Form 1.
Yeah.
So, and then you say nobody can come between me and anything else. Whatever you put there now. The man knows he will always play second fiddle.
And my son?
Even your son. Let me tell you, you have to leave your father and mother. We are not saying you abandon your child. It is unnatural for us to marry when we already have children. That was not God's order.
Yeah.
We are trying to adapt it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of our sinfulness and defiance.
Yeah.
We go out there and get children before we arrive to the really soulmate whom we need.
Yeah.
Apology to those who suffer it through death. Those ones who find their own grace.
Yeah.
But you're saying a lot of us is not death. It's the other thing.
Do you have to shout? You have to shout.
And so, anytime a man has decided, I'll marry you, and no problem with your daughter, no problem with your son, we are going to treat them as our children. But at the same time, you're also saying, nobody can come between me and my son. It may be true that you love your child very much, but asserting that, putting it out there is like, I want it to him. Keep off. Keep off. And I want you to do your mathematics, and you find that in many families, the stepchild is an errand, particularly stepson. They become errand. They become problem children.
Yeah.
Because of that dynamic of saying nobody can come between me and my son. And when the man is the one who came with the daughter usually becomes a problem child. The father tends to spoil the daughter.
Yeah.
The mom tends to spoil the son.
Yeah.
So if you got the son before we met and you found me with a daughter,
Yeah.
that daughter will hide behind me. Anytime you try to discipline her, She hides. She asks for too much pocket money. She lies on the figures. She delays out there because I don't understand women's world. And she reminds me of my deceased wife or the woman I got her with. And I at some point only me and her were surviving, and we built this unhealthy bond. And we have this closeness. We understand each other. Only the two of us, and we came from far. That thing, and she's only a challenge. Instead of putting boundaries to show her the way, I put you aside, and I'm always dishing her money, spoiling her, and letting her. She'll get spoiled just before our eyes.
That's true.
That girl becomes useless while everybody is watching.
Yeah.
The golden child of daddy is now drunkard. The golden child of dad is now, I don't know, teen pregnant. I don't know, something weird. What happened? Dad is all this, he knows life. How come he could not? The relationship between him and the girl was so unhealthy. It was transference. It was enmeshment, and because children are inclined for the easy way of life, she learned to manipulate. She can take daddy's car and knock it on a tree. The car daddy never gives anybody. The daughter can just ignite and go. And some parents told me they are running around the city at night looking for their children. Their children goes drinking. They disappear into clubs. So it's the parents now. It's not the other way. Children looking for parents. It's the parents looking for the children. So daddy is looking around, tracking his daughter who is drinking. What are we talking about? The moment you start swearing that nobody can come between me and my anything, you have already set a split foundation for that marriage. This is why I want to ask brothers, do not cohabitate with a woman. Don't start with the sex and entanglement. Don't start by building businesses. Don't start by visiting her parents. Don't rush. Check whether she's prepared to leave or to cleave to her man. To put the husband first. When I have a child, we shall raise the child together. I want to trust you. When I have whatever I hear, my friends, we shall manage our friendships. Me and you first. Myself and my husband, we shall come number one. I want to pick the right man, and then we trust each other fully. When a friend becomes funny, we decide to discard them. When a child needs disciplining, we discipline. When our parents need boundaries, we put the boundaries together. That's what I want. I can't come here saying, no, I want you, but don't interfere with this. So when you start saying there are people, sacred cows, relationships that are sacred cows in your life, it's a warning to me that I should not come too close. When I cannot come too close, I have to look for other things also to anchor. It prepares a ground for other more problems. You don't trust me as your close friends, you only share with your mother. So who will I share with on my part? I share my intimate thoughts. You don't welcome it so much because you don't share yours. You're sharing only with your mother. Particularly if you're dating midlife, listen to this very well. Midlife people have already supportive structures. They have these friends over there, church group over there, this mentor over there. So they have these supportive structures. For that person to really change the pillar of their life to make you the pillar takes a lot of made up mind. Not feelings. We love each other so much, we feel the chemistry. And this carelessness of sneaking into marriage, we did traditional, we lived, then we formalized later. Sneaking in. You never have a constitution. You never really jack. You never jack to the gear of marriage. Okay, next time I'll tell you that you can ruin marriage with a good person by approaching it from the wrong side.
I find that so complex.
A person with whom you're fully compatible. A person with whom you can operate. But because you did not put the right foundation, it crumbles. You sneak in when there's no requirement for them to change how they live. Did you follow that? You get into marriage without a set requirements for them to sign up to read, think, and then sign. Let her think, I want a woman with whom we build. She had some funny business of exporting something from China, importing, selling, I don't know where. So she goes to China three times a year. Disappears there for 1 month, shopping for those things, sending them, then taking a flight, coming, following up a whole month, importing, and she does that 3 times. We didn't discuss that. Now we're in marriage, she's still disappearing to China. You get it?
I get it. We didn't discuss. That's true. That demarcation of doing a wedding, a ceremony, you have to discuss those things.
and let people grieve the losses. You know, you have to lose some things
Yeah,
to
it's
build
true.
a marriage.
Yeah.
Let people cut off. Cut off.
One person got a green card, the other one didn't.
Or we are marrying when you're aggressively applying for Canadian passport.
Yeah.
And you have your mother's, grandmother's, uncle's cousin there
Yes.
assisting you.
Yeah.
And we are marrying here. Brothers, stop that. Eh?
Yeah, what is that?
Stop just getting enmeshed with this girl. Eh? Then we got a child. I was thinking of taking her home. Now she's going to Canada. That's too far, bro.
Yeah.
That's too far. Don't go there.
Yeah.
Discuss whether she wants. You know, emotions can get excited. Your biology can create babies. Your chemistry and biology can ruin you.
Yeah.
Please, careful now. Careful.
Yeah.
And then you are here singing songs to you. One guy who was distraught, talking to me when he's distraught because the child was buried somewhere. I mean, was India. He had gone to India and found a very pretty lady. Some Indian ladies can be like
Yes.
almost African sort of, and there's a cultural.
Uh-huh.
So he connected that way, and he was from the south, and they just hit it off. Before he woke up, they were expecting a baby, and the parents of this girl were traditional. They do a nonsense with some African. So they were very controlling.
Yeah.
Some families are very communal.
Yeah.
So the girl was withdrawn out of sight.
Allah. Just whisked.
Yes. It was a powerful business family.
Wait.
Now, for your own life, leave us alone, just disappear. You don't rot in jail.
Allah.
So he can't forget his child.
Yeah.
Somebody sneaked and emailed him a photo. A friend of a friend, a photo of the child.
Yeah.
So he's holding, brother, you will die with this photo.
Oh.
So what is that you have planted because of romance? Don't do that. Check whether the person is compatible with you.
Yeah.
Check whether your lives are compatible.
Yeah.
Don't go there. Don't go there. The emotions are acceptable, but you must keep holding yourself.
It's true.
That is the price you pay. And to finish is to say, if a woman is not prepared to let go of best friends, I don't know, whatever, and we're not saying you discard, we're saying just to prioritize first my marriage. Yes.
What I've heard you saying is that I have to just also find someone I'm compatible with, because sometimes we say those things because we're with someone we're not compatible with. Like if someone doesn't like my dressing,
Yes.
I'm not going to do an overhaul, but I'm also not going to sit there and argue with him about it.
Exactly.
It's his taste.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, let me read something from Millionaire Moves. You said, when you're exceptional, but you're unknown. That was the title of the
Yes.
whatever. There will be a season in your life when you're exceptional, but you're unknown. You have a good heart, but only you know it. You have a great career in the offing, but your friends don't recognize it yet. They may even make you feel like you're the least accomplished. You're not as good as them. You're the one who needs them to help you. You can't help them with much. But something inside of you knows that you're carrying something greater than all of them, but you don't have proof yet, and it's frustrating. So that whole chapter really spoke to me because it happens so many times. Sometimes you even I found myself in a position to give advice to someone who is above me professionally, but I know they won't listen because they're above me.
Yes.
But yeah,
It can be very unsettling
yeah,
when you are convinced
yes,
that you are somebody great.
yes,
But currently your circumstances make you look like a small person.
yes,
So people are giving you small assistance
yeah,
that you know one day, very soon, you won't need this kind of,
yeah,
and you feel restless. The comfort there is to say greatness does not bud in a day. That is part of the test,
right.
that you can contain a lot of greatness. Even before you get recognition for it, you can endure that season. Because when you are untrained, when you are not aware of that, you will sell out. to look for a shortcut. You will jump, you will bribe here, you compromise here, you try to make something happen now.
Yes.
At a greater cost.
Yeah.
Then you end up in positions that don't suit you.
Yeah.
You end up delaying your launching. If you endure this process, usually doesn't last forever. Yes.
Get yourself a copy of Millionaire Moves for many of those wonderful conversations and all of Benjamin's work on www.benjaminzuluglobal.com. Thank you for watching. Bye.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better